Welcome to part 4 of our maple syrup mini-series. Now that we're done boiling the sap outside, we brought it in to boil off the rest of the water, which is a small amount that's left. Now, sap becomes syrup when the sugar concentration is 66.5%. The easiest way to determine that is by watching the temperature. Syrup boils at 7.5 degrees above the boiling point of water, and where we are, the boiling point of water is 212 degrees, so we're looking for a temperature around 220 degrees. Now, if you're at home and just doing this for fun at home, all you would need is a pot and a thermometer, and once it hits that temperature, it'll be sweet, tastes like syrup, and that should be enough. What we do here is we confirm the density of the syrup with a tool called a hydrometer, which I'll show you in a little bit. But again, if you're just doing it for fun at home, it's not really necessary. The reason it's important to reach that concentration, that sugar concentration, is because if the syrup is too thin, essentially if there's too much water still in your solution, then the syrup can spoil. And if it's too thick, if you boil off too much water, then the syrup will crystallize inside of the syrup bottle, and which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You just have thicker syrup, but you'll be able to make more bottles of syrup if you have the correct concentration. Once we get to the right temperature, we'll measure the density to confirm that we actually have syrup, and we'll cut back to that when we're ready. Alright, looks like we're about ready. The temperature's at 220. Now we'll confirm that with the hydrometer. First thing we do is fill up this stainless steel cup, and what we do with this is float the hydrometer in it. Now the hydrometer, the units on the hydrometer, something called Brix. It's B-R-I-X. And 1 Brix is essentially equal to 1% sugar concentration. Here we go. Now this stainless steel cup that we use is a little bit fancy. It has a conversion chart built into it here. And you can see the way this works is the density of the syrup changes based on the temperature, and so what you usually need is a conversion chart. What this stainless steel cup does is have the thermometer on top of the conversion chart. What you can see here is that our hydrometer here is floating at about 60, 61, and then our thermometer here is pointing at 60, so we actually are a little bit on the thick side today, which is okay. And that's about it. We have just made maple syrup, in our case a little bit thick. Next step is going to be filtering and bottling.